Good evening, race fans. Good evening, BSTV fans. The millions of you that we know are out there. And welcome to this Simability-sponsored V8ESC Season 11. This is rounds 11 and 12, and we are at the ever so tiny Lime Rock Park, where there's lots and lots of grass to occupy even the best and highest skilled of racers. I'm Pete Bingham, and I'm joined in the booth tonight by Clyde Whiting. Good evening, Clyde.
Evening, Pete. Evening, Sam. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're going to enjoy this. It's going to be fast and furious, I think.
Without a doubt. And on all the buttons, whistles, and everything that makes us look professional, even though we are clearly not, is Sam Boozin. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
So, we are at Lime Rock Park, like I said. It's only about a 50-something second lap, which means in the next 90 minutes of actual racing that you'll see, because we've got a sprint and a feature. One is 30 minutes, one is an hour. They're going to do about 6 million laps, Clyde, aren't they? It's going to be frantic. Even with just 14 cars, this track is going to feel quite full at times, isn't it?
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously, the guys have just started qualifying, but I think the quickest lap we had in practice was Chris Jackson with a 50.8. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, especially as these both races. Race one is going to be, I'm told, 35 laps ish. And then we're going to be up around 68, 69 laps for the feature race. So it's going to be a lot of concentration from these drivers.
And there's a few features of this track, which we'll jump on board with somebody once they get round their outlaps here, and look like they're going to do something with a bit of anger behind it, because there's a few places where it's dead easy just to dip a tyre off, abuse the track limits a little bit, and it will punish you significantly. You'll end up with just a pile of scrap metal underneath you and a steering wheel in your hand. As nearly all of us who have raced this track, which is basically everybody on iRacing, because it's one of the ones you end up with at the start of your iRacing career, and do all your MX5 races and your Skip Barber races around here, and to put these monsters around here is a complete it's almost contradictory, isn't it, Clyde? Because these things want to launch off into the distance, into a desert somewhere, and just roar for an hour or so.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you, but it's not the first time we've raced these cars here. I was having a look back through, and we was last here in season 8.
I always think we should sepia the screen when you start with these things, because we've been going for so long now. It's like nostalgia, isn't it? It's
well, great. Yeah, being the stato that I am, it was we had a super sprint evening. So we had 3 races, 3 different winners. They were Nicole Foggy, Jamie Wilson, and Chris Jackson. All winning around this 1.53 mile circuit. So yeah, we've still got 2 of those drivers out here, so let's see if they can get another win.
Yeah, I mean, the XVR boys that used to race here aren't racing with us now, but we've still got some very strong talent in this field. I mean, when you think that Chris Jackson, he's been a dominant force now for a couple of seasons, and is only just ahead of his competitors in this season. We'll have to see who rises to the top of these 2 races, because anything can happen around here. We say that about virtually every track because it's true of every track, but this one, there's only one way to overtake, and that's to put your car into an awkward place. You don't really carry a great deal of momentum to get the draft, do you, other than out of the last corner, which I think might be called last corner, or is that Okayama? No, that's Okayama.
Yeah, no.
What's this one?
It's downhill.
Downhill. That's well thought out.
Yeah.
Creative points are missing with names on this track, as you pointed out before we started broadcasting, Clyde.
Yeah, somebody didn't think very long naming the corners on this track.
No. So, Sam, I don't know whether we can jump on board with someone. Let's embarrass someone like Stephen Phillips. There's a good one. Oh no, we're going to go and find Ant Woodward. We're not going to choose Tony. Or Miro. Or Vincent. Here we go, everybody's piling out of the pits again now. So, Ant Woodward coming up to the last turn. I don't know why I've not got... Ah, there we go. Right, so out of this last turn, there we go. We head down the front straight, which I don't know what the name of this is. Is it front straight by any chance?
On the bridge, mate.
Ah, there you go. This is Big Bend. I do know this one. This is the only one I could name before.
This is left-hander.
Yeah, into left-hander here. Second gear corner in most cars.
Right-hander.
Oh, that was well thought out then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we squirt it down here. You're not on the gas for that long because you've got to do quite a sharp turn into this chicane. What's the chicane called?
Uphill.
Oh, right. Up we go. Over the crest of the hill. It's a bit more dynamic on the other line, and then into this corner, which is something like west or something.
Yeah, West Bend. This is downhill.
And then downhill, get a bit of curb, not too much, just a little bit, and then straighten the car up and squirt it down the start-finish straight. That is a lap. It's over before it's begun.
Yeah, and you notice there with Ant, and you'll see it with most of the other drivers, that last right-hander downhill onto the Sam Posey straight, it is really treacherous. The car just wants to spit you out onto that grass. And if you get on that grass, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, you see a lot of people spearing back across the track and hitting the pit wall.
Yes.
Or just before pit entry, rather. But on that side of the track. And you do that in any car. It's bizarre. It doesn't matter if it's front wheel drive or rear wheel drive. That's just where you end up.
You mentioned pit entry. This is horrible, the pit entry here.
Yeah.
And there's going to be pit stops in the feature race, so that could be a problem.
And what we haven't mentioned is those things that we've just driven past. Those red. There would be rumble strips on any other track, but because the chicane is so short and tight, they're just lumps of red, I don't know, concrete, I guess. But they pitch your car right up in the air. Ooh, someone's going a bit wild. And they really do affect the car. And actually, they used to cause damage. Do you know if they still do or not?
I'm not sure. I know there's some slowdowns there, though.
Yeah, well, we know someone who raced there the other night. Sam, did you take any damage off those red things as you bounced across them at all?
I don't think I hit them too hard in the race, but judging by the practice, I had no damage. But it might depend how you take them. I don't know. I tried to avoid, so not sure.
Yeah, to be honest, Pete, your question wasn't very fair because Sam's never seen an Apex.
And any retort, Sam? Or is it just silence? Silence says everything. It's great. I love it when it goes silent.
Yeah, there's nothing to say at somebody jealous from my speed.
Fighting talk from Sam Boozing. That's excellent. Good evening to Marcolo on the chat. Why you're not racing? Can't remember. Apologies to anybody that doesn't like people who cough. At the minute, I can't help it, so it's just tough. Only Ivan Batman's not managed to post a time yet, and he's not on track. That worries me.
Yeah, but he set time in practice, so perhaps he's gone for a foggy.
Always a danger. At the minute, we've got Champ Jackson on the top spot, provisionally, with a 50.91, which is rapid at best. His teammate, Tony Klusterman, is in second, but he's in second by 0.2 or 22 hundredths, whichever way you want to slice that one. And then Simon Trendle is currently provisionally third up with a 51.2. Just 6 hundredths behind Tony. Excuse me.
I'm just sorry, mate. I'm just having a look So last time out, it was an endurance round at Mosport. Tyler Newitt took his first win with Chris Jackson second and Adam Wright in third. The standings, currently Chris Jackson leads the way in the Simability Cup with 738. Kenzie Newhoff second for Racing Forces with 607, and an absent Adam Wright, who I believe is still on holiday, for BSTV Esports Green with 553 in third. In the team championship, NQR North America, Jackson, Klusterman and Carr, 1326. BSTV Esports Green move up to second after last week. Wright, Newitt and Walker with 1234. That dropped NQR Europe down to third. Woodward, Bogotyrev and Woodhouse with 915. The Logan Jackson Safe Driver Award currently is led by Chris Jackson with Ryan Walker second and Ivan Bowman's in third. The Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award, which is points for every position drivers make in a race. Chris Jackson leads the way with 32, Kenzie Newhoff on 30 and Dan Dracier on 26. And obviously we've got the head-to-head quarter-finals round one going on tonight. So battles to look out for. Quarter-final one, Stephen Phillips against Vincent Skilbeck. Both drivers are here. Quarter-final two, Adam Wright and Kenzie Newhoff. So a bit of a walkover for Kenzie tonight. Quarter-final three, this is a good matchup. Chris Jackson and Simon Trendle. And in quarter-final four, it's teammates Tony Klusterman and Nikolai Bogotyrev.
Yeah, tasty. We've known Tony to have some ropey evenings, haven't we? So his duel with Nikolai might end up being not what we think. Excuse me again. Adam eating Maltesers or whatever he's doing out there, that's not going to do him any good in the head-to-head, is it?
Definitely not. Not unless Kenzie doesn't show up in the next round, which is next time out on the 30th of this month. Not looking good for Adam there.
No, it's Imola, for those of you that like that track, and Acqua Minerale and all of those very iconic corners. The Villeneuve S's and all that's there. Always a good V8 track, to be honest. As is this, we've found, as Clyde pointed out. On occasion, we've been here before, and whilst it's not generally associated with V8s, it does provide some good entertainment.
Yeah, and to be fair, there are some tight, twisty tracks in Australia. So, not a bad choice to throw in midway through a season.
No, not at all. We've yet to go to is it Winton, the new one?
Yeah, that's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Hang on, I'm going to.
Is that one in June?
That one is Winton. That is. Oh, actually, it's not actually on the schedule yet. However, June the 11th, round 18 and round 19, and June the 25th, round 20 are yet to be decided.
Right.
So I'm sure that may squeak in somewhere.
Yeah, I would think so. It's I've driven it badly as usual, but only in a TCR so far. Excuse me.
So I'm just having a look at my chats with Tony. I'm sure he said something about Winton, but I can't remember. But I'm sure it will be there somewhere, and probably a mainstay on the official iRacing schedule, I would have thought.
Real track, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, because we've driven at a number of Australian tracks that don't exist anymore, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oran Park and was it Gingerman? Was that one?
Yeah.
Obviously not on the iRacing service, but we did drive at Gingerman, and that was a good track. That I enjoyed that one.
Oh, I can't even remember.
No, right.
I'm sure you would have punted me off at some point.
Without a doubt. I mean, that goes without saying.
Well, we're coming to the end of qualifying now, and it's looking like another pole position for Chris Jackson.
It is, and nothing's changed in the top. Still provisionally Chris, Tony, and Simon. Simon on your screens at the moment. In the Team Chimera, he's just gone as the clock ticked over. Excuse me. Okay, so your starting grid will be Chris Jackson for NQR North America will go off pole. His teammate Tony Klusterman will go off second. Third will be Simon Trendle for Team Chimera. Kenzie Newhoff will go off fourth for Racing Forces. Fifth will be Nikolai Bogatari for NQR Europe. Vincent Skilbeck in his wheelie bin will go off sixth. Seventh will be Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera. Bob Woodhouse will go off eighth for NQR Europe. His teammate will go off ninth, Ant Woodward that is. Miro Haraski will go off 10th for BCS. Stephen Phillips will go off 11th for Dashan Racing. Greg Carr will go off 12th for NQR North America. Andrew Hoffman will go off 13th for Pecky's Performance Racing. And Ivan Batmans will go off 14th for Track Velocity Racing.
Yeah, hoping Ivan makes the grid, because he didn't put a lap in qualifying.
Certain drivers do that from time to time, don't they?
Yeah, I must admit, if I ever fancied starting at the back of the grid, I wouldn't bother putting a time in, so...
Yeah, you've got a button you can press now, you know, that just...
Yeah. Just going to try and get some extra sound.
I'm just going to go and see if... he's in the session or not still. He is, he's in the session.
Yeah, he's not disconnected, so...
No, he's there. But he may want to take the grid. That might be another tactic. He might want to start from pit road or something like that. As we'll have to wait for it to tick over if he's not at his PC, though, of course.
Just builds the tension on the grid. Lights are coming on.
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah, we've gone. Ooh, that was a slow Chimera.
That's Jamie Wilson.
No, two slow Chimeras then.
Yeah, it was definitely Jamie Wilson with his customary slow start. Three wide there with Stephen Phillips.
Whoa, that was crazy.
And I think that was Hoffman off in the background.
Oh, you're kidding already. So here we go, down No Name Straight, or I think that's what it's called anyway. Into the chicane for the first time.
And there's an NQR car at the back trying to make moves as well. I think that might be Greg Carr.
Yeah, over West Bend and into the last turn already, folks. And back to finish lap one already. That didn't last long at all.
It certainly didn't, did it?
Oh, sideways! Who was that? Is that Nikolai? It is. Yeah, Nikolai was fully sideways, turning left to go right there. Had to check which letter was written on my shoes there.
And obviously hoping that your shoes are on the right feet.
Of course. Oh, and I don't know. Ivan looks to have left the session.
Yeah, I don't know if he's maybe having technical issues. I don't know.
Maybe. If he gets in, there's some good points up here.
Low there.
About 4 wide up here. Stephen
Phillips got a slow down there, maybe.
I don't know, but he's making a dash for the back. Simon Trendle trying to make his way back through again after a terrible start, really.
Yeah, that's Bob Woodhouse in front of him.
Yeah. There we go. What's
Right,
this? This is...
see, Stephen, what did he do? Did he just get it wrong, or did he get...
Ooh, he did a little dive.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And then
no.
got shunted all over the place after his offline excursion.
Not really the place for a send, but you can understand because it is so tempting.
Yeah, this is the start. And this is what happened to the Hoff.
He just he lost that all on his own, I think, and then into Jamie Wilson that corrected him, and then went again.
Yeah. And then pulled up, and I don't know why. Oh, he's going again though, look.
Yeah, he's off the back of the pack by about 7 seconds at the moment.
Isn't that an entire lap round here?
Lots of cars wagging the tails.
Yeah, it's a bit of a feature, isn't it? They're very tight turns around Lime Rock Park.
Yeah, and it will go from one extreme to the other because the left front wears like mad around here.
Yeah.
I'm told it's down to about 40% after 35 laps. So
Wow. Jeez.
These cars are probably going to go from oversteer to understeer, with a bit of oversteer mixed in, depending on the loud pedal.
That's when you get the car snapping back at you, which I hate in the V8. You start your quest for the wall by oversteering, and then it snaps into an understeer, and you just disappear off the track.
Yeah, I think with that tyre wear, it's going to be interesting to watch the last turn downhill towards the end of the race, because there could be a few people understeering into that big bit of grass.
Yeah, and just beyond that big bit of grass, there is a big bit of Armco barrier. Grabs a little bit of curb, that's exactly right. That's what I always try and do and fail most of the time.
We did get a good look at pit entry there. You can see how tricky that is.
It's tricky because you've got to scrub off so much speed in order to turn in.
That's the first bit, and then the second bit is it's quite a tight turn to get in.
Yeah. This is Jamie Wilson, no longer the last car in this second pack. Made himself a move there, which is good. And this is still at the front here. Worryingly, Clyde, our leader, Champ Jackson, has got himself a 2-second lead already.
He certainly has, hasn't he?
You see him.
But he has got a tail gunner at the moment.
Yes. Who's under a little bit of pressure from Kenzie. Simon Trendle. He's caught up with Bob Woodhouse now. He's trying to undo what happened at the start. Stephen Phillips obviously trying to undo the little bumping and banging.
His whole life.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Don't worry, folks. If Pete does die, we will just carry on as normal.
Yeah. I expect it. Yeah, I just get put out with the trash in the morning. Get wrapped in a black plastic bag. Oh, he's closing up now. He's closing in now. This is going to be an overtake at the end of the what's it called? Sam Posey Straight.
We were saying on Wednesday when we was in GT4 TCR action at what track was we at? Pete, he was there.
Long Beach.
Long Beach, yeah. A track that you need to set up the overtake from many corners back, sometimes many laps back, finding out where you're better than the driver in front, or where you can take a different line to the driver in front. Otherwise it is very difficult to get past round here, unless that driver makes a mistake. Yeah,
that's a lovely move. That was excellent. got the drive off the chicanes at the bottom of the hill, and carried it all the way through over the top.
Well, I'm up to 6th place. Vincent Skilbeck is the next driver up the road.
That has to be one of the best overtakes I've seen in a V8, to be fair. That was very well calculated. Nice. Simple, but effective. Like me.
So one of my best overtakes in the V8 was at Long Beach. Punting and Woodward down the escape road so I could get parking.
A little bump and run.
Yeah,
Nice.
you do it on the escape road, there is no coming back.
Yeah. You got 400 point turn to get turned around. Awesome. And Woodward currently in 8th place, up 1 place from the start. And that's because Jamie Wilson shuffled himself pretty much to the back at the start.
These are a good bite, these three. Jamie Wilson following Stephen Phillips through past Miro Brasky.
Miro lost 2 places in 1 corner. I mean, these two are slightly out of position, aren't they, Stephen and Jamie? So,
yeah.
Something tells me. Sorry, something tells me that he finished quite well last time, Stephen.
Yeah.
4th place. Yeah, good result.
Oh, that's Vincent Skilbeck playing with the grass.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah, that was a bad block.
It was.
Or that's what it looked like first off.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, who's that? That is
Bob Woodhouse taking to the grass to avoid it.
Yeah, I'd have to see that again, but I think, well, in my eyes, Simon Trendle had the overspeed and Vincent came across to try and block it, but...
both of them appear to have pirouetted their waves round to recovery.
There's Vincent on the grass.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, do you know what? I hate to say it, there was a bit of that non-existent netcode in there as well.
There was, but whilst you say that, I think it was inevitable because Vincent was heading across the track.
Yeah.
And there's Vincent dropping a position 2. Who was that? Was that to Bob Woodhouse and he's taking it back? No.
And Woodward.
Oh, it's Ant. Sorry, Ant.
So Simon Trendle up into 5th. He's now going after Nikolai. He's got a couple of seconds to make up though. What's the Hoff done?
Grass. No, that's fine.
Whoa, that was weird.
I didn't see anything on my screen. What happened?
He went to turn in and the car just turned left.
Eh?
That was looked a bit like a technical issue.
Okay, let's have a look again. I've got it on my screen this time.
Look, if you watch, he turns.
Yeah, he's going in. And
Very strange.
That's just bizarre. And maybe he was going for the pirouette award or something.
Or jumping that fence to make up half a lap or something.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Greg Carr closing in on Mira. Mira's got a bit of right rear damage.
Yeah, I expect Greg to make short work of that. Vincent Skilbeck leading that little train there. of Skilbeck, Woodhouse, Phillips and Wilson.
Sounds like a solicitor's. Meanwhile, at the front, Chris Jackson's got 3.1 seconds over his own teammate. Tony's got himself a nearly 2-second lead over Kenzie, and Kenzie's got 3 seconds over Nikolai. Oh dear, oh dear. That's Bob Woodhouse and and Vincent getting together.
Yeah, what happened there?
It's almost like Bob couldn't turn the car. So
Let's have a look.
He's gone in on a dive.
Yeah. He's braking later.
Oh, he got the curb a little.
Curb, yeah.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, Bob, that's all on you, mate.
I think Bob needs someone to teach him how to brake later on turn 1. Bob, if you need some help, I can help you.
It's surprising what that curb actually does to you, isn't it? It looks very inconspicuous.
But
there's a big bump in that curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. And it forces the car to rotate a little as well.
So I was just having a sneak peek at the head-to-head. And interestingly, if Chris Jackson can beat Simon Trendle, and Tony Klusterman can beat Nikolai Bogotyrev, those two meet in the semi-finals.
Right, okay. Well, all of that is happening at the minute.
Yes, but a little caveat to that, there's 4 races involved in the quarterfinals, 2 rounds tonight, 2 rounds in 2 weeks' time, so a lot can change. Obviously double points for the feature races as well.
It's not often you can say that a wheelie bin looks significantly second-hand, but in this case, it does.
Rob Woodhouse is still, I was going to say all over the place, but that's not fair. Oh, Vincent!
Wow!
How did he miss Rob there?
I don't know, but you've got to give him points. That was exceptional avoidance.
So these two still at it.
We are just over halfway through as well. So plenty going on already.
Well, Jamie Wilson got a good run there. Couldn't do anything with it.
No, on that occasion. In the toe now, though, for all it's worth of that very short straight.
Dab on the brake there from Stephen.
Just to try and rotate the car, I think. It's so painful going through that last little S there. You want to get on the gas so much sooner than you can.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, it looks like Jamie Wilson's car is handling better. But he can't really do anything with that better handling car at the moment.
No, he needs to get a lot closer going down here. And then if he's tucked up right underneath the rear wing of Stephen's car, he'll get some draft.
Yeah, he tried to open it up there and it worked a little bit, but the straight just isn't long enough unless you're going to make a dive.
Yeah, or as we now know it, doing a Bob Woodhouse. So he's late apex in all these corners, isn't he, Jamie?
Yeah, that last one, he opened it up a little bit.
Oh, that was a wiggle. He's lost time there. It's really a game of chess round here, isn't it? It's who can make the least amount of mistakes. I suppose that's true of all tracks, but you know.
Yeah, although there are. I know what you're saying. There are certain tracks where mistakes don't punish you as much.
Yeah. When you've only got 50. What are they doing at the minute? 51-second laps.
Yeah.
A 1 second delay off a mistake is massive, isn't it?
Yeah. So Kenzie all over the back of Tony still.
It's been going on for quite a long time. In fact, he's cut that gap down significantly now.
Chris Jackson away into a 6-second lead.
And that's only going to build more with these two getting together.
But don't forget, feature race, reverse top 10.
And the and the events of last time. It wasn't exactly the smoothest reverse grid last time, was it?
No. Well, that's all part of the fun.
Jamie has caught Stephen again. So the time he lost, he's made back up. It's funny, because tracks like Lime Rock, you know how other drivers take corners sometimes better than you, and you take corners better than others. It seems to be really enhanced around here. I don't know what the problem is with this track in terms of that difference. It's so obvious.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't see it at tracks like Spa. I don't know whether it's because you don't turn so many laps of it like you do around here. Oh, Stephen! Turn right.
There's that slippery grass.
Miro did well there to stay to the right.
It's got Greg Carr interested.
Ooh, Miro.
Yeah, there's got to be
That's
a slow
not the way.
down there somewhere.
Yeah, he's pulled over to let him go through as he burns it off. Oh, he shut the door though on Bob Woodhouse.
That's Greg Carr.
Oh, was it Greg Carr? Oh yeah, of course. Bob Woodhouse is a bit further back at the minute. Oh, Kenzie got good drive there. It's a bad place to get good drive though, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. There's just nothing you can do with it, is it?
Nah,
Like I say, this is the one that you need the good drive off.
yeah.
And you need to get at least a front bumper up the inside to show your intent.
And it's so difficult because you're just over eager, aren't you? Oh, he was very eager there as we cut away to this battle. Oh, hang on. This is what you're talking about, is it? Not quite.
No.
Greg doing a good job of making it look like he was going to have a good pop at him.
Yeah, you don't really want to be side by side going in, do you? It's coming out.
Side by side going in means you're going to crash two cars.
Yeah, well, you're just tightening the corner up as the car on the inside and ruining your exit.
But sometimes muscling your way through like that is the only way through.
And the other thing it can do is, the driver that you're trying to get past can then panic about how much space to give. And as we've seen, with a couple of wheels on the grass, you're going for a bit of a ride.
Yep. Simon using all of the track and more.
Yeah, he's caught 2 seconds up on Nikolai.
Very quick, isn't he? He's always really calm on the gas when you're on board with him as well. He's never stabbing at the pedal.
Yeah, although the battle that he had with teammate Jamie Wilson on Wednesday, he was a bit wild.
Oh, was he? I didn't see any of that.
Oh, now he's got the run.
Yeah, that's a lovely line through there. Nikolai doesn't really want to get involved in that too much, maybe. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Look at that.
Yeah, done and dusted now.
Who's the sponsor for the rear wing?
No idea. Right, now he's got a job on to. He's got 5.5 seconds now to catch Dickensie. Not a lot of minutes to do it. So,
no, there's not.
Without a mistake up front in the top 3, that could be the finishing position for Simon Trendle.
Kenzie seems to have dropped away from Tony for a bit.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He was sort of 3/10 behind. It's now 7.5.
You can hear the cars now. Their rear tyres are not gripping up on that climb, Clyde. You can hear the revs go right through the ceiling.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm also sure the front left on these cars are going to be about halfway through their life. Probably 3/4 of the way through their useful life.
Yeah. Oh, so Ivan will hopefully join us for the second race. He missed the start of Heat 1 because he got a worried phone call from a friend. Hopefully your friend's okay, and you can join us for the feature race.
Well, he is back in the session, and perhaps a worried phone call from a friend was actually worrying about Ivan racing.
It's not dark, I don't know what you're on about. And yeah, Ivan says Tony did 35 laps and only had 43% left on his front left.
Yeah, and we've just seen Miro go past Greg Carr.
Yeah, and Greg Carr going over all the bumps, so he's offline going up the hill there, so
yeah,
something going on here. I mean, Miro getting a pace is great stuff for Miro.
Or is Greg Carr being clever?
Go on. Is he in 10th?
He
is. We have known certain racers, or a certain racer, position himself for the reverse grid, haven't we? So
yes.
Wobbly kneecaps will remain nameless. Oh, Miro.
Wild there.
Or wild on purpose. You just don't know anymore, do you?
Yeah,
It's 10th place.
that's right, yeah. Does Miro want that pole position?
Oh, the controversy of it all.
Yeah, just over 3 minutes to go, so we've got about 4 laps.
And Your race leader at the minute has a whopping 9.5 second lead. Made even more ridiculous by the fact that it's only a 51 second lap, but Tony and Kenzie are still in close company reasonably, and Greg is also now in close company. I think it's with Stephen just ahead of these guys.
Yeah, I think, again, I think this is why I like the reverse grid. It's going to be very, very interesting to watch the Jacksons, Klustermans, Newhoffs and Trendles trying to get through on this tight track in race 2.
Yeah, that's a good point. Race 2 is going to be a very tasty affair. Like you said before, this track's not easy to overtake on, is it?
No.
You've got to put your car into a place that upsets your opponent.
Yes, and it can go horribly wrong, horribly quickly.
Yep. And if you're the recipient of the horribleness, ooh, Miro sliding through the entrance into the chicane and up the hill. His tyres are gone, Clyde.
Yes, it's not surprising.
Imagine what we're going to be like in the next one.
Well, yeah.
There's going to be lots of drivers cutting it in half. Ooh, he's very wide. Oh, careful. Phew, good catch, good catch. Oh, here we go, champ.
Well, they've got a massive pit window in race 2.
Yeah, but with the tyre wear, does that mean everybody's just going to come in on the halfway point?
Yeah, could do.
They may be slightly easier on the tyres at the start of the feature race, but I don't know that you'll get faster laps with the lower fuel based on the fact that you're going to burn through your tyres quicker.
Yeah, so Chris Jackson about to come round and start the final lap of the sprint race.
Around Big Ben there into left turn, or is it left-hander? Left-hander.
Left-hander, right-hander.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they're corner names or a boxing match.
And then up the hill through the chicane. Bit bumpy, doesn't really mind now. He's got 11.5 seconds to Tony. That's Bob Woodhouse in front of him, I think, anyway. Bob letting himself get overtaken and then over the line. John Jackson, your race winner.
Winner of the sprint race. Tony Klusterman is going to come home second, with Kenzie Newhoff in third. So, interested that, Pete. We now know that, as suspected, it certainly isn't easy to overtake. We know the tyres are going to be mushy halfway through the feature race. So there's a lot for these drivers to think about.
There is, yeah. We're at 9:56 local time in the sim. And the track temperature is currently 35 degrees, so it's only going to go up from here.
It certainly is, isn't it? Yeah.
So it'll be
interesting to look at that, won't it? So for anybody using Fahrenheit, it's currently 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it is
toasty.
Interesting.
They're going to have to be very careful on how much they put through those front left tyres in the next race. It'll be a hotter temperature. They're going to want to race just as hard, I'm sure, but, you know, you got to take it with a certain degree of caution.
Yeah. So let's go through your sprint race results. Win for Chris Jackson for NQR North America, with teammate Tony Klusterman in second. Kenzie Newhoff comes home third for Racing Forces. Simon Trendle in fourth for Team Chimera. And then fifth and sixth for NQR Europe was Nikolai Bogotyrev and Ant Woodward. Team Chimera's Jamie Wilson in seventh, with Stephen Phillips Dashhound Racing in eighth. Greg Carr in ninth for NQR North America, and Miro Haraski in 10th for PCS, meaning that Miro will be our pole sitter for the feature race. Rob Woodhouse, NQR Europe, came home 11th, with Vincent Skilbeck in 12th for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Pecky's Performance Racing, Andrew Hoffman came home 13th, and Ivan Bowman's didn't start. So we've got a 10 minute or 8.5 minutes left now. Warm-up session for drivers to go and use the little boys' room or change their underpants or whatever they do between races.
Hey, Ivan's on track. Yay!
Yeah, or just get out on the track and see what it's like.
Let's see what the track temperature is in this particular race. Oh, right, it's gone down a little. It's 35 degrees. Chilly.
Yeah, I'm going to put a coat on.
Oh, dear.
I seem to be catching your cough over the internet.
Yeah, not sure that's how a virus works. Not the same type of virus. But yes, apologies to the people watching. I will be coughing all through the night.
Well, I think after watching a YouTube video of a woman pouring some poor bloke's Corona lager down the sink so he doesn't catch the virus, I think anything could happen.
Oh dear. Was she serious or not?
I think so.
Oh dear. That's shocking. So, Hoffman putting in some practice laps. He didn't get to do much in the last race. He didn't get that many laps in.
Yeah, that was a very weird accident for Andrew.
Yeah, it was.
To me, it looked all technical.
Yeah. So, as we've already discussed, Imola is the next destination, and that's on April 30th. After that, we're at Donington, Wobbly's favourite track, on May 14th, and then Road America on May 28th. So clear your diaries for those ones, because this V8ESC Season 11 is going to continue at those locations.
Yeah, and don't forget, we have already commissioned a Season 12. So that will be hot on the heels of Season 11. Also coming up, starting next Saturday, it's the Hexeel Alt F4 Championship. So we're going to do some heavy advertising for that next week. See how much we can bump that grid up. And also another exciting feature coming up on the
24th.
The 24th of April. It's the return of the all-new BSTV Poopcast, hosted by myself and Pete.
Yay.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have special guests each week. We've got special features. We're going to talk about all of the BSTV League racing and generally have a bit of fun, Pete.
Yeah, we're going to talk the usual nonsense we normally talk, and hopefully keep it racing focused as opposed to spider sex and all the other stuff that usually gets talked about in endurance races on BSTV. It'll be good to get everybody else involved as well and get everybody else's opinions, hopefully like racing ones.
Yeah, and people can get involved. we're going to try something with this one, because when we did it before, we had the YouTube chat on, and lots of people joined in the chat, but nobody really wanted to join us live, did they, Pete? So this time we're turning the chat off. If you want to talk to us, jump into the interview waiting room and we will drag you in live on the Poopcast. If you're a viewer who is not a member of our Discord, simply go to our website and you will find a link on the front page to join our Discord. So we look forward to getting some people in the booth, putting them on the spot, asking them for their opinions, and yeah, we'll see where it leads. But that Poopcast is going to be the last Sunday of every single month. And I suspect the December one could be a bit slurry.
I doubt, yeah.
So, Stephen Phillips out on track as well. I don't know whether the drivers are going to be changing setups. Would you say they have a sprint setup and a feature setup, Pete?
Not normally. You would definitely have a qualifying setup and a race setup, obviously. And more than just stripping the fuel out of it. Generally, it's you can drive these cars very differently on low fuel to get more short-term pace out of it. Obviously, you're going to burn through the tyres quicker, so it won't work for a race set. But generally, your sprint setup and your feature setup are going to be the same one, just with different fuel levels. You may change the brake bias depending on how much fuel you're carrying. Obviously, if you're carrying lots of weight in the fuel tank of the car, you want the back end to start slowing down before the front end, whereas when you get lighter, that's not the case. So maybe subtle changes.
Yeah, it's interesting. You say about the tyre wear. Again, it's another feature that I enjoy with the reverse grid and the shorter tracks, where the tyre wear seems to be, should we say, above average.
Yeah.
And then you've got, let's take Chris Jackson, starting in 10th position. Now, he who can preserve tyres round here does well, but you can't preserve tyres if you're trying to get to first from 10th.
No, it's going to be interesting. He's going to have to push in places he doesn't want to, because he's going to have to take advantage of situations as they arise. So you're right, he may end up with a set of squishy rubber by the time he gets halfway through the race.
Yeah, and evening to Adam Wright on the chat. Totally forgot his name then. I don't know. It could be, maybe the likes of Chris Jackson, Tony Klusterman. I'm always worried about with tyres because he is heavy-footed. But is it possible that Chris Jackson is gonna eat up his tyres early, trying to get a long way up, then by hook or by crook being forced into doing the early pit stop and maybe undercutting himself a few more positions and then hanging on to the mushy tyres at the end?
It's one of those situations. He is going to want to get through the traffic and the initial traffic quickly, because you can do lots and lots of positions in a short space of time. He's very good at being on his own and extending out a long lead, isn't he?
Yeah, and if you don't make these moves, you could get to the pit stops. Maybe you've made it up to 5th or 6th, but you could be 15, 20 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, and on rubbishy rubber, that's never going to work. So he might end up catching himself out, Chris Jackson. Tony could be a threat as well to himself. Like you say, he's not good at not hitting the loud pedal heavily.
Certainly throws a lot into the mix, doesn't it?
It does. So, let me see if I can get through this lot. Your pole man for race 2 will be Miro Hraski for PCS, followed by Greg Carr in second for NQR North America. Stephen Phillips is going off third for Dachshund. Fourth will be Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera. Ant Woodward will go off fifth for NQR Europe. His teammate, Nikolai Bogatyrev, will go off sixth. Seventh will be Simon Trendle for Team Chimera. Kenzie Newhoff will go off eighth for Racing Forces. Tony Klusterman will go off ninth for NQR North America, and his teammate, winner of the first race, Chris Jackson, will go off 10th. Bob Woodhouse will go off 11th for NQR Europe. 12th will be Vincent Skilbeck for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. And if they grid, Andrew Hoffman, who has just joined the grid, will go off 13th for Pecky's Performance Racing. And Ivan Batmans, who we didn't see in the first race for the reasons that we said, will go off 14th for Track Velocity.
Track temperature going up. That's now 37 degrees Celsius or 98 degrees Fahrenheit.
Toasty.
And again, as you quite rightly said, Pete, I can only see that going north. It is 10:15 in the morning sim time.
Where is Lime Rock Park in America?
It is in Connecticut, I believe.
Okay, yeah, so that's quite a hot county, isn't it?
Or if you read it correctly, Connecticut.
Is that how it's spelled?
Yeah.
No way. I'm going to have to look at that later. That's class, I didn't realise.
There's a few, isn't there, like Massachusetts. That's another one. If you say it how it's spelled, it's a totally different place.
Where was Happy Days supposed to be? Was that Connecticut? I think it was,
idea. I can't remember.
I love that show. Anyway, revs are up.
Lights are on.
And we're gone. Chimera again.
Jamie Wilson.
Oh dear, boys. Is he double clutching it or not?
I don't know. I think Simon Trendle got away.
3 wide. 3 wide at the back.
Is Miro going to lead a lap?
I hope so. He did well in the last race, to be
There's
fair.
a point on it.
Oh, there is, isn't there? Yeah, leading laps, yeah. So, Jamie Wilson's down 5 places because of that bad start, and so is Stephen Phillips, so he's down 4.
Vincent Skilbeck looking racy.
But I tell you what, who hasn't moved? Chris Jackson yet?
No, but we have seen patience from him in the past.
Yeah, this is true, yeah. It's not the Chris Jackson of old.
And to be fair, maybe not a bad tactic. Give it 5 laps, let the cars spread out a little bit, and then start picking your moves.
Yep. Greg Carr, he wants past Miro big time. He's looking left and right now.
Kenzie Newhoff and Tony Klusterman and Nikolai Bogatyrev all up 3 places.
They are.
That's good to see. Miro defending on lap 1.
It was a good defensive line, actually. Made it obvious. He's stacking them up behind him, I think, at the minute, though.
Yeah, which is good for those that started lower down the grid.
Yeah, it keeps them in contention for longer. Whoa!
Big car sideways under braking.
That's not going to do his left front any good.
I'm told earliest pit stop at lap 19.
Okay. So we got.
Not sure anybody's going to be doing that.
No, Jamie.
Was it? Was it Tony or was it Simon?
It was Simon. Yeah, sorry. Race director corrected me.
Cool. Bit of shade.
Apparently Adam's money is on Kenzie.
Oh.
Too wide through there. Still too wide. Who's that getting shuffled backwards? Oh, why has Greg Carr jumped to the back of the queue on my screen? Is that just an OBS thing?
No, I got that. No, he's back.
No, he's back in second. Oh, no. Whoa, boys, whoa.
Well, in fairness, I think he disappeared for Alpha Lab, so that's what happened.
Ah, okay.
I'm not even sure Miro knew he was on the inside, so...
Or Greg knew that Miro was on the other side of him, yeah.
So, I've just had buttermilk pancakes and maple syrup delivered.
That's not a euphemism, folks. Oh, no! Oh, no! My word.
Who was that?
That was Tony, I think. There's a...
Nikolai.
Oh, and Nikolai,
Yeah.
right. Is that Tony at the back, pretty much? It is, yeah.
Yeah, what happened there?
I think one of them locked up going into Big Bend. And I think it might have been Tony. It was. Tony locked up a little. Only a little.
Yeah,
Only
a bit
a
of a
little.
spend, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. There wasn't much in it, though, was there?
No.
Looks like we've had an overtake for the lead in all of that as well. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, there we go again. Somebody's lost a bonnet there. Who's that? That's Simon Trendle. And this looks like an overtake for the lead. Yeah, this is what I thought I'd seen in the distance. It's smooth and calculated there from Greg Carr. Oh, Stephen! There's a wall there somewhere. There's an Armco barrier, all sorts of places.
Yeah, I think he managed to miss that just.
He did. Kenzie's getting interested in these three now. This is Stephen again, uphill. Oh, tyre on the grass.
Yeah.
No, he's on the grass. Careful rejoining. Good rejoin actually after all that. Are you eating?
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by the Great British Bake Off yet, you know. We're sponsored by Simability, making sim racing accessible.
I'm currently sponsored by Lidl's, Aldi's buttermilk pancakes.
That's right, folks, we're that classy.
Not just normal pancakes.
Are they the American style ones?
The what?
Are they the American style ones? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like normal pancakes, but I love these.
So that was Clyde saying that he was a weirdo just then, folks. So, Vincent having a much better race than the first one. Up 3 positions so far. I think I've just cursed him, but never mind.
Yeah, Chris Jackson, the biggest mover now, at 5.
Yeah. And in 5th place, obviously. In front of him is Kenzie, up 4 places. Look at Ivan in front of a bunch of people. This is Ivan in front of Nikolai, NQR Europe, and Tony, NQR North America, who have had incidents already. Oh no, oh no. Kenzie, this is not a place to be. Too wide with... Is he just taking 2 people in 2 corners?
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, what a boy, what a boy. Kenzie, you off. That was wild. Can we have a replay of that at some point when all this calms down? I mean, wow.
Yeah, he wants this win, doesn't he?
Doesn't he just? Vincent as well. Inside the car of Stephen Phillips. There's netcode going on in the opposite direction there. Good amount of drive up that hill from both of them. This must be the point, Clyde, where the tyres are at maximum grip level. What are we on, lap 10?
Yeah, I think it's downhill from now, isn't it, with the tyres?
Yeah, I reckon it is, yeah.
You sort of just get them up to temperature and then they're knackered.
Oh, no, Ivan. So he was in front of the 2 NQR cars until that.
And nearly ended up in the pits by the looks of it.
Well, that's the place to be, isn't it, at Lime Rock Park? That's where everybody ends up. Is he going to over-rotate himself into the wall? He's trying to keep up with them. Look. He's going to get a tyre on the outside somewhere. Yeah, there we go. And then... Oh, actually, that was quite a big hit.
Yeah, but...
Car looks fine.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Oh, what's going on here? That's Simon's car because it's got no bonnet on it. Everything going on at the minute, Clyde. Surprised you can eat properly.
I've actually had to stop eating to watch, which is not good. Means
Who's
I'm currently wasting away.
I think that was Chris Jackson taking 2 positions. And Simon giving a bit of a hip check to Miro on the way through.
So yeah, Chris Jackson up to 4th.
I'd love to see that Kenzie double overtake again. That was just brilliant. Oh, here we go. Vincent. Following... Who's that in front of him?
This is the Kenzie
Aha.
overtake.
So he tucks it in, follows another car through, stays in the gas, sorts out his wiggle, and stays on the inside. That's brilliant. What an overtake. Oh, good effort. That's probably one of the best ones I've ever seen.
So message from our #1 supporter, Logan Jackson.
Hey.
Says, have a good race, everyone. Let's go, Dad. Happy Easter, everybody.
Yep, happy Easter to Mary and Logan. Oh, hang on, Stephen.
Hello.
Stephen, no.
No, the track isn't over there.
Uh,
Oh, and a rage quit.
yeah, that is a rage quit. Be interesting to see that build up again because I was busy reading Logan's message.
Obviously, they're not called rage quits anymore. They're called doing a wobbly.
Yeah. That boy's infected all of our leagues, you know that. Even the ones he doesn't race in. Right, so here's Kenzie. He's only just in front of Ant Woodward. Taking a much bigger sweeping line into West Bend for more optimal traction.
Yeah, nobody's really run away, have they? While
No.
these, while the quicker guys have been attempting to make their way through.
Yeah, just behind Ant Woodward is Chris Jackson, of course. Stalking the top 3. There's Vincent. He looks very racy in this one, Vincent. He's already up 5 places.
Yeah, he's got 2 Chimera cars in front of him. Well,
Yeah.
1.5.
And a big gap in between both of them. Miro under quite a bit of pressure here from Bob Woodhouse. Excuse me. It always amazes me, Clyde, when I look at the I ratings of everybody in this league. They are just unreal.
Yeah.
There's such a strong league skill-wise and I rating-wise.
Yeah, to be fair, it's only our GT4 TCR league that attracts the lower I-rated members like yourself.
I knew that was coming. Kenzie's not getting it his own way here, is he? He's getting the pressure.
He is, yeah. And again, before, as we was talking about before the race, how much of those tyres has he used up getting up to second place?
Sorry, we're going to have to replay just what happened, because I think that was Hoffman taking a position. That was Miro. Oh, all sorts of out of shape.
Second, third, fourth, and fifth, and actually no, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth now under a blanket.
There you go. It's the Hoffman overtake. Nicely done, actually. Miro was out of shape going up the hill, of course, but
They all count.
They all count. Absolutely right.
So 15 minutes in. I don't think for.
Oh,
Nikolai. That's Nikolai.
That's at Big Bend. I recognise it well.
Yeah, he just wanted to look like Simon Trendle.
Oh no, it's not. That's downhill. How's he ended up there? Because that's at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
He must have lost it at the top of the hill here somewhere.
Wheel on the grass.
Oh no,
there.
he did.
Yeah.
Oh! Ooh.
It's tricky, isn't it? Because you need to be as far left as you possibly dare to, to open out that corner. But yeah, pit window has now opened, but I will be very, very surprised if we get any takers apart from if anybody is a member of the Walking Wounded Club.
Yeah. Have you seen how close the top 5 are at the minute as well?
Yeah, they were under a blanket a second ago.
I think they're under a handkerchief now. This is the joy that is a reverse grid for you folks. Chris Jackson showing his patient side here. Oh, that's super wide from Simon.
I wonder if that lack of a bonnet is helping him turn.
Yeah, Greg Carr holding Kenzie up good and proper there.
Yeah, and Ant Woodward looking very interested.
Oh, that's a dive. That's a dive.
There's going to be some paint traded there.
Yeah, Ant's put himself in a bad place here now because Chris is going to overhaul him.
Yeah, Chris is going to say thank you very much for that one.
Yeah.
Up to third.
He had to go for it though, didn't he? I mean, shy kids getting out, do they?
Oh, exactly. But that is a feature of these smaller tracks, isn't it? You're in third, you battle for second and end up fourth.
Yeah, totally right. We've all done it. We've all seen that gap and gone, oh, I'll have that. And then you're like, hang on a minute. How have I managed to lose 42 I rating all of a sudden? What's that?
Well, hang on. Where's that gap gone?
Oh, there's a vanishing car in front of Kenzie there.
Ah, wasn't it? Where is he going to reappear?
We had this in race 1. He was
reappear?
gone. He was gone for about 20 seconds. Oh, there he is.
Hey, welcome back.
Doing a Bingham.
Yes, I think that one was coined by Jamie Wilson, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I nearly weed that day. It was so funny.
Full Bingham.
Full Bingham. My internet was rubbish, wasn't it?
And for the viewers that don't know, Logan Jackson, who is Chris and Mary's son, is sponsoring our Safe Driver Award. And the prize is, for the winner, Logan is going to hand draw their car for them. And they will get a lovely picture to put on their racing wall.
It's a tremendous prize. One of a kind art.
Most definitely.
Awesome stuff.
And if Logan grows up to be a great artist, somebody is going to be very, very rich in the future.
Absolutely. Look at that. You've got to think that Greg is kind of stacking them up here.
Yes, definitely.
And Kenzie sticking his nose out like that. Oh, hang on. This is on.
This is on.
And done.
Yeah, he just needs to get out. Has he? No, he hasn't. He hasn't got.
Oh, no, Greg, catch it. Oh, nice job. That could have been curtains.
Good catch, but first to fifth.
Yeah. That just shows how much pressure he was under at that point, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is going to be a battle. This top four. And Woodward is looking phenomenal in this race.
He is. I mean, he's no Mona Lisa in real life, is he? But, in this race, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's definitely got a face for radio.
Sorry, Stacey. So this is the overtake from Kenzie, and then the subsequent lack of...
Oh, he was on the grass. Yeah,
I
didn't realise that.
No, me neither.
I thought he'd just turned in and lost the rear end.
If that was me, that'd have been race over. I'd have been in some sort of furniture somewhere. That was good. Greg Carr, respect.
So Stephen Phillips says he was not having any fun and he's got family in town, so he logged off to go and do something fun instead. Have a good weekend all. Translated, that means rage quit.
Yeah. In New York.
Yeah.
So Kenzie is now the focus of everybody's attention, but primarily Chris Jackson's. Goes defensive at turn 1. How long can he keep this up, Clyde?
Well, we've seen Kenzie defend before, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
The only thing that worries me at the moment is, can he stay in front of the pit stops? Because I think Kenzie has used up more tyres than Chris Jackson coming through the field.
6. And you said the earliest pit stop you can do is 19.
Lap
So
19, yeah.
Kenzie could undercut Chris Jackson right now.
Yes, but what are those tyres going to be like at the end of the race again? So.
Look at that. They're all hanging it out round that last turn.
We went, what, 35 laps in race 1, so.
Here we go. I thought it was.
67, 68 laps, so.
Yeah.
Lap 33.
Yeah.
Lap 34 is going to be halfway.
I mean, we're at 23, 24 minutes, something like that now. So we've got another 6 or 7 minutes worth of racing before halfway point. And I think we're going to see them all in at halfway point. That's what I think is going to happen here.
Well, I think and I hope that somebody's going to do something different.
Well, doing something different is what Jamie Wilson's all about. He's just taking a position. Nice work.
Yeah, Jamie Wilson up to 5th. That was a pass on Greg Carr, evening to Canadian Crispy Bacon.
Oh wait, no it wasn't, because I think that's Greg Carr taking his position back. Or is it? Ooh, or is it? Ooh, it's 50-50 at the minute. Now it's in Jamie's favour. And just behind them is a very, very interested Vincent Skillback.
So Simon Trendle going well with half a car. What's he going to be like with the full car?
Oh, he's going to be like lightning.
Oh, this is a done deal.
Is it though? Is it though? You can go around the outside.
He's sideways. He's sideways.
Oh,
he's on the grass.
He's checked out. Oh,
just about gathers it up. Jamie Wilson takes a void in action.
Oh no, he doesn't.
No, he's sideways. He's caught it.
Wow.
Now he's side by side with Vincent.
And about to get done by Greg, I think.
He may have just fended that off.
Oh yeah, he has. Good grief. Do you guys know that I've got high blood pressure? Wow. 2 by 2 into turn 1. Run out of track. And that turn is horrible when you go off track, isn't it? Wow.
Whoa!
Holy moly. Good effort, Jamie, but then he got a bit of a side-by-side thing going on. And then kind of muscled out a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Got back into it good, though. He didn't cower. Oh, no!
Here
what?
we go. No. That's not a bad thing.
Sorry, I thought for a minute I thought he'd reset. For a minute I thought he'd reset.
No, what is Chris Jackson going to do now? Is he going to react to that?
I think he will, you know.
He's not.
Doesn't need to for a few laps. It's gonna be.
Yeah, he's got clear track. Yeah, he's got clear track.
Greg Carr in as well.
So what lap is this? 31. So a little bit before halfway, yeah?
Yeah.
Canadian Crispy Bacon says, oopsie daisy. There's an understatement of the year.
I would like to see Simon Trendle in this lap.
He's in 3rd currently. Why, do you think he could overhaul the Jackson?
Well, I think the pair of them are going to have to overhaul Kenzie.
Yeah.
I think that early stop by Kenzie is probably going to get him the lead.
Oh, right. Oh, here we go. Who's that?
That's Ant Woodward peeling in, I believe.
Oh,
No,
and
it
the
wasn't.
Hoff.
No, it wasn't. It was Bob Woodhouse. Sorry.
Yeah.
Too many woods.
Yeah. Too much wood. Never happened.
Yeah, see, if Simon Trendle comes in at the same time as Chris Jackson, he's going to come out at the same time as Chris Jackson.
Yeah, gain anything, yeah.
Somebody's got to do something different to Chris. Kenzie has.
Going again, though.
And Woodward going in.
Yep. He's already on his limiter before he's actually turned right.
So Kenzie Newhoff came out in 8th position with about 5.5 seconds of clear track in front of him. Leaders, I believe, are in the 52 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, 52.0s. Oh no, sorry, I'm reading the best laps. 52.8, 53s.
So Jamie Wilson has been in and comes out into an NQR sandwich.
Yeah, between Rob Woodhouse and Greg.
There we go. Simon Trendle is in. Logan Jackson says, keep the pace, Dad. Hold your line. You got this. Think he might have some work to do. Just waiting for Kenzie's fast lap to pop up on the screen. So Kenzie, oh, that was a slow one, 53.7.
Gonna have to wait for the... What? Oh, yeah. He's gonna have to wait for his tyres to get to temperature, of course, if he's changed the fronts. At that point, it's about how much fuel is in the car, isn't it? So
yeah, but Chris Jackson 0.8 quicker on that lap with his old tyres.
Oh, look at that, Simon Trendle. So much traction coming up the hill, but still didn't get it done.
Didn't do him any good, but now it might. Oh, he's a bit sideways on exit.
Yeah, too much wheel spin coming around the last turn. Ant Woodward keeps his position.
Ooh, a bit of a lock up for Simon, but gets it gathered up.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris Jackson is in.
Right, here we go. This is it. He's good at pit stops as well, isn't he? He practices them loads.
Yes. We're up on the jacks. Keeping an eye on him for you. Still up on the jacks. Down, and he's rolling. Not far to the end of pit lane for Chris.
No, it's not.
He's away.
Simon Trendle. Whoa! Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
Simon Trendle maybe shouldn't have made the move just there. I don't know. We'd have to have a look at the replay. Whoa, look at this. Roll at it. Just further back with Jamie Wilson behind Vincent.
Yeah, Kenzie Newhoff actually lost out there.
Yeah, it's taken him a while to get back up to speed.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Well, we saw him crash into the grass.
No, I mean,
So
after the
normal.
pit stop, I expected an undercut, but it's not really happened.
Well, it was too far back. It was like 7, 8 seconds back. You don't get that much, especially on Chris Jackson.
True enough.
He's now in the low 52s. Interestingly, Tony Klusterman hasn't pitted yet. And he would have been one of the ones I'd have put my life on using his tyres up quickly.
Jamie pushing Vincent up the hill.
So allegedly you can, I'm not saying they will, but you can go to about lap 50, 5-0.
One set of tyres?
Well, on one tank of fuel, whether the tyres last that long.
Yeah, true.
Well, Jamie Wilson pushing Vincent again.
Yeah, he's all over him. Of course, Vincent races in Scots, doesn't he? So he's used to getting like nudged here and there, and unceremoniously ejected from races, I'm sure.
The good thing in this league is that a nudge can be a sign off to space, but
yeah,
fair enough.
Too right.
Not because of the drivers, of course. Just
no. Jamie's wide there, lots of wheel spin as well, so he drops back from Vincent. Kenzie still in close quarters, I think, with Simon Trendle as well. Team Chimera are putting lots of pressure on the cars in front of them at the moment.
So Tony Klusterman in the late 53s, Chris Jackson in the early 52s.
Yeah, speaks volumes, doesn't it, on tyre life? Or tyre wear, rather.
But this isn't a bad tactic from Tony, because he's going to be on some a lot healthier tyres towards the end of the race.
Yeah, and he got shuffled back, didn't he, at the beginning of the race? So maybe this is his recovery plan taking effect.
And also gaining some points for leading laps.
Oh, yeah. Do you gain one for every lap or not?
No, maximum of 3.
Ah, right.
There is...
Whoa. Kenzie losing a position or not yet?
He's still in there, but may have to give it up. We know what happened last time.
Yeah, he's
well,
going
he's on better tyres this time.
But they both are, though, aren't they? So
and he's held it. He's held that.
That's great racing, isn't it?
But now
Too wide.
And they're coming up.
Too wide for half a lap. I know it doesn't say much when it's only a 51-second lap, but look at this. Such control from both of them. Huge amounts of respect for those two. That's great. Such professional racing, Clyde.
Yeah. Two drivers that obviously trust each other to go door to door.
And Tony has visited pit road.
He has indeed. So how far does that drop him down?
Quite a long way, I would think.
Yeah, down to 9th at the moment.
10th. Just 10th.
But,
That's
his tyres are going to be a lot healthier than the cars in front of him.
Yep, very much so. As long as he's managed his fuel load as well, he'll have a huge advantage. Let me just scroll my screen over a bit. His pit lap is lap 41. So the car in front of him there has 10 laps old tyres.
Yeah, I don't think the next fight is going to be a particularly long one.
No, I don't.
Oh, hello. What's happened to Kenzie?
Kenzie going slow for some reason. Very odd. Has he missed his braking mark? Oh no, tyre off.
Tyre on the grass again, yeah.
And this is what I was saying before the race. Oh, he's gone really wide. Wow. This is what I was saying before the race started. There's so much grass around here, so much. On another track, the barriers are right there.
Yeah.
And so your race is over.
Yeah, one mistake dropped him down to 7th.
Unreal. Unreal. And that's the feature of Lime Rock Park. It's the huge amounts of grass. It's a bit like racing at VIR at Virginia. You go off track there, it could be weeks before you find tarmac again. It's as bad as hitting the wall because you've got to find a park ranger to get you back on track. Oh my God, Greg Carr, good
Greg
save.
Carr going over one of the red landmines.
Can't believe that Kenzie's dropped so much. That's unreal. He's got a bit between his teeth. But sorry, go on.
Some big team scores at the moment for NQR Europe and also Team Chimera.
Yeah. Simon and Jamie doing very well here. And then Ant Woodward and Bob Woodhouse doing very well as well.
Obviously no points for BSTV Esports tonight. Not sure what's happened to... well, I know what's happened to Adam. He's obviously off visiting Tyler's sex cult.
Yeah. Hosting said sex cult. And Ryan Walker caught COVID, so he couldn't go to the sex cult.
So Chris Jackson with a 6-second lead over stablemate Ant Woodward. Simon Trendle in third, trying to chase down Ant.
Less than 20 minutes remaining.
Now, we've not heard from Stacey tonight.
No.
That's
Woodward.
Stacey as in Ant's other half, not our Stacey the stripper.
Yeah, where is the Woodward Appreciation Society tonight?
Yeah, they must be on strike.
I think so.
Well, to be fair, he said he was going to quit, so I'm not expecting them to show up.
Yeah, this is true.
Or perhaps he said, I'm only going to race if you don't watch me.
I don't think Evie May would not watch her dad.
As Mike Frost joins us on the chat. Evening to Mike. Another one who should be out here.
Yeah. So Jamie Wilson trying to keep in touch with Vincent at the minute, but Vincent I think has the tow from Bob Woodhouse.
Yeah,
so it's kind of nullifying it.
I think Jamie is dropping Kenzie, isn't he?
It looks that way. How is that then? Is that too early a pit stop for Kenzie? Is there such a thing?
Possibly. We've seen him sideways, haven't we, since
Yeah.
the pit stop, which obviously isn't going to help his tyres.
No, not at all. Interestingly, Nikolai was the first person to pit, lap 19, and he's suffering, I think, as a result. Ivan is in pit road again. Well, Stacey.
There she is. I think we woke her up.
Good evening to Stacey Wild.
Do you know what? I'm probably absolutely, totally and utterly wrong here.
Go on.
But there was nearly, when Tony stayed out and Chris came in,
Yep.
there was nearly a 2-second per lap difference between them. I'm wondering what a 2-stop race would have done.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. Well, maybe Nikolai's going to practice that one. He paid on lap night. He laughed, but I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I'm on about, if somebody had a pitted lap 20 or minute 20 and minute 40. I wonder how they would have fared.
I don't know. That's a good question. Could you have taken tyres and... Do you get tyres and fuel in this one, Sam?
At the same time, yes.
Yeah, right, okay. So, yeah, I mean, would it cover the tyres to do that?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Don't know.
Because you don't want to be sat waiting with your tyres hanging off, do you? You want to get that done within the fuel. Excuse me. Stacey says she's on kid duties. I don't have that. I only have kitten duties.
How many cats have you got now?
2 now. Each of them the centre of my world.
Have they got funky names?
They do. Ish. So, the youngest one's called Willow, and the older one's called Fizbin.
Okay. Oldest one, bit weird.
It's a character out of a role-playing book.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's buy that from Tyler.
What? That has nothing to do with any sex cult. Now, Fizbin's 16 this year.
I had a cat called Kevin.
That's a good name, I like that. But you also have a dog called Dave.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
And a Shelby as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm not forgetting Shelby. Although it used to be very funny when we were racing in Clios and you'd be like, Dave, stop licking my face.
Yeah, that wasn't Dave the dog. Right, where are we? We've got 13 minutes to go. So, 14 or so laps. Laps 67. That ain't going to be far off. We was told 67 or 68, depending on pace.
Yep. All right. Vincent getting very, very interested here in Bob Woodhouse.
Yeah, I'm watching the gap between Ant and Simon at the moment.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
No faking that, is there?
That was a bit of a girly sneeze, though.
What? How can you have a girly sneeze?
Well, it wasn't like full-blown snot on your monitors, was it?
I don't know. Might be wiping that for a while.
Or one of them where you try and hold your nose and snot comes out your ears.
I did that once, held my nose, and I lost my hearing for a day.
Simon Trendle is definitely clawing back that time on Ant Woodward.
He is. I just don't know that he's got the laps to do it in.
Well, I don't know.
He's got at least 12, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Vincent's crawling all over Bob Woodhouse now. And watch the play in the shock absorbers here. This is what I was talking about before, about setups. Oh, hang on. Oh, a little lock-up, but he controlled it well. Stop trying to upstage me. So, yeah, we were watching the underfloor of that car and seeing the travel in the suspension. And in a qualifying setup, you would set the camber. There we go again. You'd set the camber to be very extreme so that you could get the maximum amount of turn in the car. Because you're not bothered about how much heat you drive into the tyre, really. Whereas these ones look pretty flat to the ground. So they are for a longer journey, as it were. So you're not going to increase the tyre temperature in any one portion of the tyre overly too much, and therefore get through that tyre life faster. Each of you at home have probably had a tyre that's gone down to the canvas before, or carcass they call it, don't they? The fabric that the rubber is on. And in a qualifying setup, you're not bothered about that. You just absolutely rag it until it's done and get the fastest time out of it. But in a race set, you don't want to do that. You want to find that balance that gives you like tyre life and speed. And it's quite a sensitive balance to strike, isn't it, Clyde?
It certainly is, yeah. And obviously a lot of that can be controlled with your right foot. Just a couple of things to note here. Vincent Skilbeck has stealthed his way up to 4th position.
He's doing a great job, actually. He's keeping it clean. He's got a lot of interest behind him, though. Look.
Yeah, I think he's basically got through these guys, hasn't he? By hook or by crook. Jamie Wilson wagging the tail there, but I think the battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th is definitely on, and Tony Klusterman is roaring up to him with his new tyres on.
He is covering a lot of ground. He's got Kenzie next in line. So these 5 or 6, is it 5? 5 might make a nice race of it at the end here. Oh, hang on. What is this?
Simon Trendle.
Has he short-fueled the car?
Or is that a naughty boy drive-through? It's the drive of shame.
How has he managed to accrue that many incidents?
Well, that certainly puts Ant Woodward safe in 2nd.
It really does. Like, really does. He's got a massive, massive comfort blanket now. What? I mean,
Well,
how many?
We see Simon without a bonnet, didn't we? So that was
We did, yeah.
4.
Yeah.
You can pick up the incident very easily right there, because it's easy to drop off a tire in the last 2 turns.
But they've got a 15 limit, haven't they? I mean, that's reasonable.
Well, they're on lap almost 60s.
Oh, I suppose so, yeah. Maybe he's not the last one in.
Yeah, is there anybody else close to the drive of shame, Pete?
Let me have a look.
Not really. The next one is only halfway through.
Yeah, true. There's 2 of them at 7. But just Simon that's hit the limit there. I didn't think that'd feature at this track. I don't know why I thought that, but Jamie seems to have a good amount of traction compared to Bob Woodhouse.
Yeah, Tony Klusterman is almost on this battle now behind Kenzie Newell.
Really concertinaing up now. I mean, this is going to be an amazing result for Ant Woodward, given the fact that he wasn't going to be here.
Well,
I take it you're going to do that interview and you're going to be saying like, so, going to quit, are you?
Well, I wouldn't mention that, obviously. Tony Klusterman could get a podium here.
What? Oh, God, yeah. I never realised that. I mean, he's going to have to do it quick. He's got 7 minutes to take 5 places. I mean, he's got, what's that, 13 laps, no, 12 laps, sorry, better tyres than the car in front of him. And that'll all be in the turns and in the traction out of corners. He had a little, showed his nose there, but didn't do anything with it. Oh, he's got a massive wiggle, do you see that?
He did, yeah.
He's dropped off a bit there as well. He's got Simon right in his exhaust pipe at the minute. Quite an intense race for these 5 drivers. And the Chimera cars are not far apart, really, are they? They're almost on the same bit of tarmac, so they've done well as a team.
Yeah, it's... so Chris Jackson, obviously, without any mistakes, has got another win in the bag. And Woodward looking comfy. Vincent Skillbett looking comfy unless Tony Klusterman can get through this traffic quickly.
Was Jamie off the track there? Did you see that?
Yeah, but gathered it.
He gathered it, oh yeah, but it's a sign, isn't it? It's a sign of tyre life. We're in the middle of this at the minute with Tony on board here. Kenzie in front, Jamie in front of him, and Bob Woodhouse.
Now it's on.
Yeah, oh, he's gone really defensive. He's left enough room for a car because he couldn't cover it quick enough. So is Tony going to be able to stick that inside? He kind of is.
He had to back out a bit, didn't he, to stop running wide.
He's going to have to...
He's got this done now because the right-hander, you can't go around the outside.
No, you just shut the door, don't you, as the person on the inside there. Massive amount of wheel spin for Kenzie there, and he's going to be under threat now from Simon Trendle.
Yeah, he got a little nudge, didn't he, from Simon there?
He did. Excuse me.
So Jamie Wilson next for Tony Klusterman.
He's going to have to do it quick now as well. He's only got like 3.5 minutes. I think Simon's going to want a piece of Kenzie. He wasn't able to get alongside like Tony did. Not enough traction on that slightly older rubber, but he might get the cut back. Oh, he backed out of it.
Yeah, there was a gap and it closed immediately, but he'd already committed.
Yep. And he backed out, which is the right thing to do. So many official races where you have that and the guy keeps his foot in, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's the difference between a official and a league race, and especially our league races. The racing standard here, driving standard rather, is excellent. I think Simon is on for another go at Kenzie now. Oh, he is, yes.
Yeah, Kenzie going very, very defensive, isn't he, every time now? Oh, did he? No. just maybe. Ooh.
This might be on now, actually.
I think it is now. It's done and dusted now.
As long as he holds it around the outside, like you were saying before.
Yeah, you can on that left-hander, but you can't on this right hand. Although Kenzie's trying to prove me wrong, he's got a wiggle on.
And done.
That's the problem. It then leads into another right-hander after that left kink.
Yep. Clockwise circuit.
So there's another 2 positions there for Tony. He's got just over a minute. He's got about 2. Where's Chris on track? He's quite a way up the...
Oh, he's miles there now. Yeah. It's going to be a good race for NQR. Whichever... Oh, wow! Oh, no, Jamie! No, 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 no! Oh, dear. He's going to be annoyed at that. I'd like to see that again. I didn't quite... Oh, here we go. Did he lose it on his own? I think he did. I don't know. Oh, right.
Yeah, he had
to check up
the anchors, didn't he?
Yeah. And that hit the brake bias balance, and round he went slightly. He'll be annoyed at that, I think.
Well, I was going to say it, but I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. I was going to say, it looks like Jamie Wilson's on to beat his teammate. Kenzie has disappeared. What happened to Kenzie?
And he's out of the session.
Yeah.
What is going on there?
Did he crash on his old rubber?
We got any footage of that? Oh dear.
I'll tell you what, as I've got a screen, I will spool it back and see what had occurred.
Tony Klusterman is all over Bob Woodhouse. Here's Chris Jackson on his way up the hill.
So, Kenzie... Around the last corner, heads for pit lane.
Chris Jackson takes home all of the points tonight. Very good. We're going to look back to positions 4 and 5 here. As we watch others coming across the line, Ant Woodward.
Yeah,
Ivan.
Great run from Ant.
Awesome effort. So this is Tony desperately wanting.
It's a drag race. It's a drag race.
Bob Woodhouse is going to get this, I think, by the tiniest of margins. And he did. Good effort, Bob.
Yeah, so Kenzie just pulled into the pits and quit.
That's the oddest thing I've heard all day. And Woodward is clearly crying in his helmet. Second place after the almost quitting out of the league from last week.
Well, do we tell him that he doesn't get any points because he quit?
I think that's a fair thing to say, yeah. It's a very BSTV thing to do, isn't it? So let's do that, yeah. It's a bit like when you hand your notice in, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you try and retract it and then go,
no. I've done that before to people. It's one of the funniest things I've ever done because I'm a nasty human.
Okay, let's take you through your results of race number 2, the feature race. So another win for Chris Jackson and NQR North America, and Woodward in second for NQR Europe. Vincent Skilbeck in third for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Rob Woodhouse came home fourth for NQR Europe. Tony Klusterman in 5th for NQR North America. Then 6th and 7th, Team Chimera, Simon Trendle, followed by Jamie Wilson. Andrew Hoffman finishes 8th for Pecky's Performance Racing, and Miro Hrasky in 9th for PCS. Nikolai Bogotyrev comes home 10th for NQR Europe, and Ivan Baumans in 11th for Track Velocity Racing. Kenzie Newhoff in 12th for Racing Forces, Greg Carr 13th, NQR North America, and the Rage Quitter, Stephen Phillips, finishes 14th for Dashhound Racing.
Well, one of the ones that stands out there is Andrew Hoffman in 8th.
Yeah, good drive, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
No mistakes, which is always a good thing.
Excuse me.
Right, so where are we? Okay, so Kenzie's quit now.
Sure how and why, though, because there was nothing going on there, to be honest. He was doing a good race.
Yeah. So we've got nobody coming in for an interview yet.
No, well, let's talk about where we're at in the week. So,
or shall we just quit now?
Oh, maybe. Where are we at for GT4 TCR on Wednesday? I should know this, seeing as I'm racing it. We're at Barber, of course, one of my favourite tracks. That's going to be a good race, that one. Especially since Wobbly's never driven it before and doesn't even own it yet. So,
excellent. That's always good to hear.
Yeah, so we're there. We're at Alt F4, so we're F4 racing next weekend at this time slot. So that's going to be good.
Yeah,
that's the start.
Spa.
Yeah, that's the start of a new league, and there's some good interest in that one. And then on the Sunday, of course, we're going to excite you to death by doing the Poopcast, which is something long awaited. Clyde used to do a podcast with Tony and
Johnny Brandon.
Johnny Brandon, sorry, yes. And it was great. It was good fun. Are we still going to get the same porno music, Sam?
I hope so.
That needs to happen.
Yeah, but obviously that one used to be just about the V8s, whereas this one is about all of our leagues.
It is, yeah. And we're going to be talking nonsense about the Aston Martin Signet, probably, because I hate that. Can't believe that they created that car. And other stuff of such, importance that you would be stupid not to tune in, to be fair. Have we got enough people to interview now?
We have, yes.
Excellent. This is good. Right, let's start with... I can't press buttons apparently tonight either. We'll start with Chris Jackson. So, good evening, Chris. How you doing?
I am doing very well, gentlemen. How are we doing today?
Awesome stuff. We're doing brilliantly, especially after that. I'm knackered, and all I was doing was watching it and coughing uncontrollably because I'm not very well at the minute. We've had your entire fan club, and by that I mean Mary and Logan, on the chat.
They've been on the chat today? Awesome.
Oh, yes.
Hello, guys.
I'm going to quote them for you, so hang on. Logan Jackson says, "Have a good race, everyone. Let's go, Dad. Happy Easter, everyone."
Well,
that's quite eloquent. So. How old is he?
He is turning 5 this year, so I give full credit to the wife on this one.
Well,
I'm only bringing him down.
We give all the credit for your racing to your wife, so nothing missing there. Sorry, Clyde.
Probably better versed in English than his father.
I think so. Yes.
Oh dear. And then we had a keep the pace, Dad. Hold your line. You got this.
Oh, he's got new ones. I'm gonna have to get him to write it down.
Yeah, too right. And we told everybody that the winner of the which award is it, Clyde? Sorry,
it's the Logan Jackson Safe Driver Award.
Safe Driver will get a hand-drawn picture of their car, which is going to be a collectible item and worth millions once he's become very famous. But anyway, back to you, because that's second rate to Logan. You won both your races tonight. One showing very mature, very patient ascension to the top spot in race 2. Tell us about both your races, if you can remember the first one, that is.
Basically, tire wear was bad here, and I knew if I just kind of, drove to a number, that the average lap time would be there. So I had that strategy for both race 1 and race 2. Race 2, I knew I had pretty good pace and really good tire wear, so I was basically fuel saving, just wanted to stay within an arm's reach of P1 or P2, and knew that I could probably undercut with the fuel. I was able to get past Kenzie. I think his tires were struggling pretty bad at the end of that first stint. Was able to get by him. Really tough braking into that first corner when the tires are going, so I think he lost it a little bit and slid off the track, so unfortunate for him. But then once that happened, I was thrilled to see Ant just holding pace behind, and I was over the moon to see him get a P2 today. And really awesome job.
Going to be terribly disappointing when Ant comes in and Clyde tells him he can't have his points because he technically quit last week. But we're going to go with it anyway. It'll be funny either way.
I thought you were going to say he went over the incident limit and he got disqualified.
Oh no, we've had one of those, but he didn't get disqualified. He just did his penalty. That's all. But yes, it's been a very eventful Lime Rock Park, as the last one was. As we had very hazy recollections of what happened last time. Anybody you'd like to shout out to before we let you go, Chris?
I definitely have to give a shout out to you guys. Clyde, I guess a month ago, sent Logan a toque for the Logan Jackson Safe Driver Award. So he's been taking that to school, and he's been very positive about that, telling his teachers and fellow classmates how he has an award after him. So he's very proud about that, and I wanted to say thank you to Clyde, and I think Bill for sending that over when Clyde was over on his trip to the colonies here. So thank you very much, Clyde. Appreciate it. And I know Logan does a lot too. Hello, Logan, Ella, Mary. Love you guys. My in-laws who are probably watching the race too. So I'm glad I had a fan club today. That's kind of cool. Team, Ant for his awesome drive today. Bob had a great result. I think Tony and him were .002 at the line, I guess. I have to watch that one back. So huge team result today. Everyone who turns up. Simability, the sponsor. So thanks a lot, everyone.
Yeah, awesome stuff. We'll see you next time out. Champ Jackson.
Cheers, guys. Take care. Happy Easter.
Cool. Right. For your ridicule pleasure, Clyde, you're going to get Mr. Ant Woodward.
Oh, that's a shame. Welcome to the booth, Ant.
Evening.
So, a fantastic drive and a fantastic second place finish in the feature race is the good news. The bad news is you don't get any points because you quit last time.
I realised I'm not allowed to contractually. Apparently, I should have read the contract, and even reading the team name would have been good, wouldn't it?
Well, yes. I had a feeling deep down that you hadn't quit because we all go through bad racing spells, bad racing nights, and it can, I know people look at this and go, oh, it's just a game, but it can get you down. But sometimes you put your big boy pants on, you come out fighting the next time, and you get a result like this. So, tell us how you did it.
A few people didn't turn up, and a few people crashed into each other.
I don't think that's fair because I think you had fantastic pace around here.
Well, the biggest thing was not bouncing off any curbs, trying not to ride any curbs and wheel spin everywhere, and just try and drive as neat as I could, and I somehow managed to do that tonight. I've done a lot of laps around here in another league that I used to run, so I didn't know if I was going to race just before the race, to be honest. I wasn't a downer, and glad I did that.
Yeah, and so are we. Obviously, it was shaping up to be a fantastic battle with you and Simon, and then unfortunately Simon got the drive of shame And that left you nice and clear in second place. I suppose at that point it was a case of was it rein it in a little bit, make sure you don't make any mistakes, and this second step on the podium is all yours.
Yeah, so I turned relative off. I could see Simon catching me, and I thought, that's no good looking at that. If you can see it, you must be looking at it, so turn it off. And just started trying to put my head down, but I kind of knew he was catching, and then Chris said, what happened to Simon? Just disappeared. So and then we got into lap 10, and just for some reason, started thinking about would actually finish this race in second place.
And then started making mistakes, maybe? That's what I usually do. Not that I've ever been second before.
Well, wipe the tears away. That was the first thing. And then realised that you haven't actually got enough fuel in the tank to finish the race.
Excellent. So a bit of saving at the end. Well, I said, I thought it was a fantastic drive. It wasn't a too bad a result in the sprint race either. I think that was a 6th place finish for you. So on the whole, despite quitting, you must be relatively happy about your evening.
Yeah, glad I turned up. I mean, it's serious if I'm quitting it, I don't say it lightly. Like, I was really on a downer. Lots of real life stuff going on as well, and got to actually say thank you to everyone that did message, because people messaged and said, don't bother doing that. That shit.
Maybe after your second place, mate, they might have wished they hadn't sent that message.
Yeah, maybe some of them are taking that back now.
But anyway, you haven't quit. You're still here. You had a couple of fantastic races. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go? And I wouldn't mention Stacey because she's trying to trade you on the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. The team, big time. When the real life stuff takes over, and you're on a downer. They're the guys that pick me up. So they've done a lot of that this week, and big thanks to them. Thanks for Chris for talking me through the last few laps, and I suppose Stacey and Jack and Evie and you guys for the broadcast.
Excellent. Well, hopefully we won't get any daft messages on the chat after this result, and we'll see you next time out at Barber.
Oh, Barber. Oh, I quit.
Well done tonight, mate, and
Thanks, boys.
We'll catch you next time.
Cheers.
Stuff. Right, next into the booth is going to be...
That'll be Vincent, isn't it?
It has to be Vincent.
And he must have had a decent finish because he's not in last.
I know, what's that about? Vincent, Vinny, V, how you doing?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I got all your names that you've never been called in there. 3rd place in the feature race. Where did you finish in the first one? 6th? Or something like that?
No,
600th.
First one.
All right, well, we'll skip the first race.
P nowhere.
P nowhere.
Yep.
Second race, 3rd place. Get in. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it's we'll talk about race 1, but
well, you got kind of beaten up all over the place in the first one, didn't you?
Yeah, I went back and had a look at the incident with Simon. I knew I stuffed up going into the last corner, so I was gonna defend him anyway. But yeah, just looking at the replay, he did tap me the first time, but then it was netcode the second time. But yeah, the one with Rob, he apologized after the race, so that was all good with that one.
Okay.
Hope you guys got the awesome 360 that I did after
it was
the
good.
incident.
It was very special. Yeah, it was excellent.
Race 2, I decided that I was probably just going to be super aggressive on everyone because I was kind of annoyed at race 1 and had lost motivation in the race 1. So I was like, no, this time I'm just going to be aggressive. I don't really care, really.
So were you rage racing, were you?
At the start, I was, but somehow I don't know. I somehow managed to calm myself down at the start. Then I saw Stephen leave, and that gave me a little bit of relief because I knew that I was against him in the head-to-head. So that first race, I was like, "Oh crap, Stephen's won the head-to-head because I've had a shit race." Not expecting to do any better in race 2, and then he quit race 2, and I got P3. So I was like, that might even things out for the head-to-head. But and then race 2, just had some pretty good races. Had another good race with Rob, and
Stuff. We are at Barber next time out. I love Barber. I think it's one of the best tracks in the world. Ignore everything that Clyde's about to say. And what's your opinion on it?
Yes, I do like Barber. It is hard to get right. It's hard to get right, but that first part through those S's and then up the hill, if you get it absolutely right, you can almost do it full out pedal. So it'll be a very interesting race.
I like the track. It's just the spider scares the shit out of me.
No, yeah. He's a big girl. Anyway, but no, great racing tonight. We did see you get shuffled back in the first race, but the second race made up for it more than enough for a podium finish. So good haul of points for you, I'm sure. And we'll see you next time out. Anybody you'd like to shout out to before we let you go?
All the boys over at Wheelie Bins that keep us running, all our members that we have on our Facebook page, everyone in the league for the racing, you guys for the broadcast, and Simability.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we will see you next time out at Barber. Vincent Skillback.
Catch you guys next time, and happy Easter too.
Happy Easter. Must be lots of chocolate eggs getting eaten, Clyde. Have you had any yet?
I had one last week, and
last week.
That's
slightly in advance of Easter, don't you think?
Can I just point something out now before I let you go on?
Go on then.
It's Imola next time.
Is it? Oh, it's Barber in the other league, isn't it? Oh dear, Pete does another clanger.
So you've now got all the V8 drivers practicing for Barber.
I have, yeah. I wonder if they watch the interviews. Do you think they do? Because I'm gonna have to do a public announcement or something. This is ridiculous.
Anyway,
Ivan's on it. Ivan's on the page. Yeah. He's saying, "Barber, am I missing something?" Yeah, you are. Pete's stupid. Sorry, carry on, Clyde.
Welcome to the booth, Bob Woodhouse.
Hello, gentlemen.
Good evening. So we've put Pete straight. Race 1, not really one to remember for you, but
no, definitely not.
Race 2, you certainly had some pace there.
Yeah, just managed to just about keep it on the track. But race 1, got off to a good start, but just got wrong place, wrong time, got caught out in Vincent and Simon's incident, and then trying to come back, just totally ballsed up and took Vincent out, and really gutted about that, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, Vincent just mentioned that, and he's fine with it. But it is, when you get caught in an incident and you're trying to get back, it's very easy to overdrive the car, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I was down on the inside and just couldn't see what I'd normally use for a marker, and by the time I realised I was in too deep, I just couldn't disappear.
Yeah. But anyway, enough about that race.
Yes,
Let's talk about race 2. Let's talk about this fantastic 4th place finish. How did you manage that?
I just keeping it on track and just trying to maintain my pace. It was early on when I nearly went off at the last turn and dropped a couple of spots. I thought, oh no, I thought I was gone, but just managed to hold it on. And I was pretty annoyed with myself, but I thought long race, just stick with it. And coming up to halfway, I see Kenzie pit at like lap 30, and I thought that's a long stint on the next set of tyres. But I thought sod it, I'll go in 2 laps later, and seemed to do the trick.
The interesting one for me was near the end, where teammate Tony Klusterman was coming at you quickly. Was you watching your relative at that time, or had you totally blanked it out and just concentrating on your lines?
Well, I was all prepared for giving the place up, and then I think as we were just closing out the penultimate lap, Chris said in the team radio that it's sort of like white flag, and it's sort of like, I've only got to hold Tony off for 1 lap. Surely I can do that. And just about managed it.
But like you say, it is one of those tracks, isn't it, that if you can keep it on the track, you can, as you proved, get a good result. We see a lot of the faster drivers putting wheels on the grass and going for little detours. So it was I think from your perspective, once everything had settled down and you just got your head down, it just all worked out for you.
Yeah. Very lucky, I think, but I'll take it. At the start of the race, I didn't think I'll be getting this far up the grid.
Yeah, well, it's. I think Pete alluded to it at the start. It's a track that many of us have done many thousands of laps through the junior ranks of iRacing. But you get a big beast round this track, and it's a daunting task. But well done on that. Next time out, contrary to Pete's belief, we're not at Barber, we're at Imola. How do you go round there?
I know my way around, but I haven't really learnt the secrets of that track yet. I've never driven it in a V8, so we'll see how we go.
Well, it always used to be keep off the curbs, but I don't know if that's still the case, but we'll find out. Anyway, before we let you go, any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, just to all the guys in the NQR team. And you guys in the booth for another awesome broadcast that I'm looking forward to watching.
Excellent. Well, hope you enjoy watching it back. Congratulations on your 4th position, and we'll see you next time out. Bob Woodhouse.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. So, next up in the booth is going to be Mr. Tony Klusterman. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening, Pete.
Thank you for correcting Vincent on the Barber/Imola situation. I'm blaming it all on COVID right now, but we all know that that's not true. It's just me being stupid. So, race 1, 2nd place. I wouldn't say it was easy because it looked like you had some pressure. And a very, very cool head it was that kept yourself in 2nd place there. I think Chris gapped you by a little bit, but he's very good, isn't he?
Yeah, and Kenzie put tremendous pressure on in that race, and every time I would gap him a little bit, I'd make a little mistake at the chicane there, which is so easy to do, and I'd give it all back, and then he was right on me there for a bit, but I'm not sure if he'd maybe used up his tires a little bit, but good racing.
I think you're right, because when you watch the replay, if you do watch the replays, you will see that in the 2nd race, I think Kenzie struggled massively with his tyres. You stuck it out for a lot longer than everybody else. You were a good maybe 10 laps beyond a lot of other people. And Kenzie pitted very early on indeed, and struggled as a result towards the end of the race, and had some incidents he'd probably have avoided if he'd stuck it out a little bit longer. You fought your way back to 5th, but you had a very rough start to the 2nd race, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a terrible start, and I hate getting into anybody, let alone one of my teammates, and I lost it under braking, and I apologize to Nikolai. I waited for everybody to go by, but really unfortunate and absolutely not necessary that early in the race, but came back afterwards. I had to stay out that long then because it was the only way I could figure out if I was going to lead some laps or not. So I didn't think anybody else was crazy enough to stay out 42. And and I managed to get my 5 points for leading laps, and then I had really fresh tires compared to everybody else, and managed to claw my way back. Had a bit of a battle there with Kenzie, and hard racing. I hope he didn't take offense to it. I see that he says he's not having fun, so maybe after today he'll change his mind and reflect on it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's more to do with his approach to the tyres more than anything, because he was struggling. We all know that Kenzie is a very wily racer. He's very, very competent, very, very calm and calculated in his approach to races. I think it's just a one-off bad day for him. And you only need one bad day for your head to drop, don't you? It's about how quickly you bounce back in these races, right?
That's absolutely right. And Kenzie's a great racer, and thoroughly enjoy racing with him. I know it's going to be hard racing. It's going to be fair racing, but neither one is going to do anything to deliberately take out the other driver. So, he'll reflect on it. After the last race weekend, Ant had up and quit and sold all his equipment, and he ended up in second today. So,
Absolutely right. That's class. And Clyde stuck the boot in a little as well, which was always good. So next time out, contrary to what I've been telling everybody who's bothered to come in the booth today, we're not at Barber, we're at Imola. And we've all raced at Imola in the V8s many times. Is it a track that you're particularly looking forward to?
I like Imola. The one thing with Imola is the curbs are so large there, and you really need to find a set that's going to be able to get over the curbs without really upsetting the car. So a lot of setup work will have to go in the next couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks to get a series of practice in, and the officials will be quite tasty around Imola as well, I'm sure. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go?
The guys on the team, everybody works hard. Simability, Never Quit Racing, Wild Rides, Ant's Bike Shop, and you guys for doing the broadcast. And I don't know if we've ever had a finish for position as close as Bob and I had for fourth and fifth there, right?
Yeah, that was super close. We watched it right to the line as well. There must have been, 0.2 of a second or something, Daft?
0.002, 2000.
002. Oh my god.
I think it's just the width of a layer of paint.
That's ridiculous. I'm sure you'll remind him of that for years to come.
Well, he'll be reminding me of it, I'm sure.
In that case, we'll have good looking forward to Imola in a few weeks' time. Tony Klusterman.
Take care, guys.
And then just one left for you for tonight, Clyde.
Indeed.
We have Pecky's Performance Racing's top star for you.
Andrew Hoffman, welcome to the booth.
How you going?
Hello. Right, I know you probably want to forget race one, but I have a burning question. When
race one was a sneezing fit.
Because we looked at it a couple of times on the replay, and you turned into the corner and then shot off to the left. It looked for the world like it was a technical issue, but now we know.
Yeah, it was a biological issue.
Okay, so you heard it here first. Andrew Hoffman pooped his pants at Lime Rock Park. So let's talk about race 2 now we've got that out of the way. I thought that was a fantastic drive from yourself. 0 incidents, kept it on the track and brought the car home 8th. Tell us all about it.
0 incidents. Oh, wow, that's crazy. It was track was always going to be about tyre life, so I just stuck to one time to save tyres, and I found certain parts of the track I was closing in on people, but when I pity Gary went straight ahead because Greg, sorry. I was looking to have a fight with him, but I don't know what happened to him. He went straight ahead. And, but 8th place, happy with that, happy with the tyre life. And I was going to battle Tony, and I thought, no, thoughts of Sport from last season appeared, and no, I'll let him go.
Yeah, and to be fair, probably a wise choice because he was on a lot fresher rubber than you was. But you're the first one to admit you're not up there with the massively quick drivers in this league, but you must be over the moon on finishing higher than the drivers that you're normally battling against.
Yeah. The other league I'm in with Jamie has taught me a lot, and it's transferring to everything I do in the V8. And it's always said practice, practice, practice. And you don't have to be the fastest to do well. It's just keeping it on the track and staying safe. And when people are faster, let them go. And when people are around the same speed, they're going to have it.
Yeah, and like you say, it's keeping it on the track, isn't it? It's people, we see it time and time again. People, they push the car past the limit. They have a little off, and ultimately, by having those little offs, your overall race time is slower than going a little bit slower and keeping it on the track.
Yeah, exactly. I think you need to find your own pace. We speak about it all the time. You find your own pace where it's safe for you, and you've always got that little bit extra if you need it. But you've said it in the past as well. Stick to what you know, and it pays off.
Yeah. So all you've got to do then is remember that at Imola. Are you looking forward to that one?
Oh, I love Imola. Yes, I do.
Okay, well, we look forward to, how can we put this nicely, seeing if you can practice what you preach at Imola. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Yeah, Sam's a top-notch bloke. Pete.
Our Sam?
No, it can't
be. Yeah,
no,
Sam.
You're getting it wrong. No, we're not having any of that.
Pete, he's all right. And
that's
Clyde?
wrong as well.
I haven't finished yet.
Oh, right.
And Clyde, above the clouds with your commentary, mate.
There you go. Yeah, and I couldn't agree more with you.
No, that's tosh. Well, what's that about? Nah, come on.
And to the sponsors as well. And my sponsors, Fletcher Jr., Flower Cars Play Retreat, who's come back on board, and to you guys for the broadcast. I'll watch it back and enjoy it.
And I think you missed the most important shout out there.
Oh, remind me, because I'm spent after that race.
How about the lovely Mandy?
Mandy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mandy's asleep, so she's not going to know till I show her.
Yeah, well, we're about to ring her and wake her up and tell her that you forgot to mention her.
Oh, don't do that. I tell you what, you won't see me again. I'll be 6 feet under.
Well, anyway, mate, great racing from you in race 2. And like I say, hope you bring that forwards to Imola. So we'll catch you next time out. Go and have a nice sleep, and we'll see you later.
Will do. Have a good one.
Awesome stuff. So, I was going to say Imola then. I'm weeks out already. Lime Rock Park. That was a good series of races. That was good stuff. We saw lots of people struggling that don't normally. Kenzie, for instance. I'm shocked by that. I don't know about you, Clyde.
Yeah, I am. Although, you know, these we could say these tracks that the V8s are not supposed to be on. Yeah, I think we did Knock Hill. That was fantastic. It takes a special breed of driver, doesn't it, to wrestle this beast around these small tracks. So, yeah, congratulations to all the drivers tonight, apart from Stephen Phillips, who rage quitting.
Yeah. Lime Rock has delivered again for me. There's lots of grass here. It featured a lot. There was a lot of people who lost it, got a tyre off, lost control. There was some amazing saves though, Clyde. Some great overtakes. Kenzie's overtake, that double overtake was amazing.
Yeah.
It's just that he couldn't maintain his tyre life, I don't think. He didn't join us for a chat but there was some great features of this race. That was a takeaway for me. Hopefully we'll see the same thing at Imola, because that's quite a technical track, isn't it? You've got to really plan your way around that, depending on who's in front of you.
Yeah, a track that I never enjoyed.
Oh, really?
It's not. It's technical, but not difficult.
Yes, yeah.
But as Tony was saying, you know, the curbs are massive. You hit one of them wrong, or you've got the wrong setup, and it just throws you. And yeah, I it was always drive to survive for me at Imola.
Right. Okay. We've just seen Kenzie's double overtake on the YouTube stream, so thanks for that, Sam. Real standout moment for me, that one, definitely. Imola, I don't mind Imola. I think it's one of those places, and everybody's got these tracks. I find that when you do a really good lap round there, you stand and smile, if you know what I mean, and then the next 99 are all rubbish because I'm not very good. But on that one lap, it's just fantastic. In terms of what we're doing otherwise, so in the next week we have GT4 TCR at Barber. That's right, Barber. I've not got that one wrong this time, I don't think. We've got Alt F4. You'll have to remind me of the track though, Clyde.
Spa,
thank you. On Saturday, this time slot. Don't miss that one. And then on the Sunday, me and Clyde talk nonsense about lots of racing things. We are turning the YouTube chat off, like Clyde said before. So if you want to talk to us, feel free to, but it'll be in the interview room in the Discord channel. And we can talk to you about anything you want to talk about, hopefully racing oriented things. I've had a great night tonight, Clyde. It's been good. I'm sorry to everybody for coughing so much. I'm afraid that's part of the treatment this evening. Jamie Wilson's just posted his races in the Discord channel. Anything you'd like to add, Clyde?
No, not for me, mate. I think you summed everything up perfectly. Just to add with the Poopcast, obviously, if you are not a member of our Discord, jump onto our website. There's a link on there to join, and then you'll be able to come on and have a chat with us.
Yeah, so it's not restricted to racers. To the fans who watch us on a regular basis, then please join us as well, and have your say. Contribute to the community. It is a great community. Everybody drives very fairly, and there's a good following for each racer, and that should continue. So join us, please, and we'll have a great night on the 24th of April. Anything from you, Sam? Or is Sam dead? Sam's dead. Okay.
He's dead.
Sam's been sniped somewhere in the... Oh, no, he's back. There we go.
Almost dead. No, great race for the drivers. I do hope Kenzie changes his mind, because he's an absolute bloody good driver. So it would be a shame, because sometimes a race goes bad. And yeah, just get back, Kenzie. And did well, so you cannot stay away from this.
Yeah, as we say in the UK, one swallow doesn't make a summer. and one bad race doesn't make a season. So we hope to see Kenzie back, absolutely, and we hope to see you all back watching us next time round. I'll close the broadcast now. I'll say goodnight, happy Easter to everybody for tomorrow, and hand over to Clyde and Sam to say goodnight also. So good night, everybody. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy Easter to anybody that's religious. Anybody who's not religious, hope you feel thoroughly sick after eating all of your Easter eggs. And yeah, come and join us on Wednesday, and we'll see you all soon. Good night, everybody.
And good night, everybody. See you next time.